Mike DeMurgis here from Mad Sports Radio. One of the first alerts I got this Sunday morning was that the Giants could possibly fire head coach Ben McAdoo within 24 hours of the Giants-Raiders game this Sunday. How great would that be? What poetic justice would it be for Ben McAdoo not to finish the season? Same goes for his buddy Jerry Reese, the GM. The truth is these guys should have been fired after the San Francisco debacle a few weeks ago. They should never have been allowed on the plane. And what's transpired since then, the way they handled Eli Manning, one of the greatest athletes in New York sports, and certainly Eli behind maybe Lawrence Taylor and Sam Huff as one of the greatest Giants of all time, to be treated the way he was treated. Has Eli had a rough year? Yeah, he has. But look at the supporting cast. No matter what kind of car driver you are, if you're driving a jalopy that doesn't have brakes and the windows don't go up, and you don't have defrosters, hey, you know what? You might get in a few accidents. Hasn't had a running game in years. Hasn't had an offensive line in years. A temperamental wide receiver. Then they bring in Brandon Marshall, who did absolutely nothing. Nothing. And this is what you have. A 2-win team. A 2-win team that Eli Manning's shouldering all the blame. Unjustly. Unjustly. And the warning signs were there from McAdoo that, you know what? He's blaming the season on Eli. Eli's to blame for what's gone wrong. Not the $200 million defense that hasn't lived up to their end. It's become a joke, a mockery. A bunch of buffoons out there. And the junk that Odell Beckham did at the beginning of the season just showed you that no one has any respect for this coach. And not only that they don't have respect for him, they don't play for him. And a recurring theme we're seeing in sports, owners want communicators. We saw it with the Yankees, and Girardi was too uptight and he couldn't relate to the players. Clearly, Ben McAdoo's not connecting with his players or the media or ownership. If you're going to cite a case, teach in a class, this is how not to do things in this era of time. Twitter, social media, all that stuff. The Giants completely made a debacle of this thing. And who's to blame? Ben McAdoo. And finally, owner John Mara's woken up and realized, you know what? This guy shouldn't finish the season. You don't throw your legends to the side like this. You let them exit gracefully. Particularly, they have nothing else to lose. You want to see what Geno Smith has? Come on. Really? You want to throw David Webb in there in the fourth quarter? Yeah, go ahead. Do so. Let him get some reps towards the end of the season. But you let Eli Manning exit gracefully. And I'm the first one to say, mid-season, they should trade Eli. Without question. Get something for him while you could. Mid-season, I said that. Mid-season, I said that. I don't know what they can get for him now. He's owed too much money on the back end of his contract. Giants aren't playing from a power position right now. Boy, the Broncos could use him. Jacksonville could use him. I even think Minnesota should make a play for him. But it's the first right move I've heard from the Giants in over a year. It would be perfect. It would be poetic justice to see Ben McAdoo ousted. He shouldn't even be allowed back on the plane. It's the best news I've heard all year, Ben McAdoo getting fired. Been waiting for this. This guy's become a mockery. It's become a sideshow. That's what the Giants have become. They've become a sideshow. And if you think that a sideshow in a city where we've seen Rex Ryan and stuff go on with the Mets, that's saying a lot. And it's something the Giants don't want. Giants don't want to be considered a sideshow. Yeah, they'll take their losing seasons, but they want to do it with dignity. And that's one thing the Giants had above all other teams. Dignity. And they don't have that anymore. I'm Mike DeMurgis.